There you go. So yesterday we added and subtracted polynomials, and today we are going to multiply. So you should have your foldable and write down page 57, multiplying polynomials, on this table of contents. If you've already written that down, go ahead and cut your foldable in half. And you can trim up the edges if you need to. Alright, so what we're going to do is you have it like this. You're going to slide it up a little bit so that you see monomial times a monomial, and we've done foldables like this before. Then you're going to fold it away from you, okay? Not towards you, because that doesn't make any sense. We don't want to see that. You're going to fold it away from you because we want to glue this empty space down. So you're going to fold it away from you. You want to be able to see all of them, and then make a crease. Then I want you to put 2 staples at the top left and right. And if you need to pause the video here, do that. Alright, then I'm going to open, and I'm going to tape it down on the sides on the last page. Today's learning target says I can multiply a monomial times any polynomial. Any polynomial that comes our way, we can multiply a monomial by it. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to apply our exponent properties that we learned in the last unit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a monomial times a monomial, which we've done before. So go ahead and open that flap. And this is, remember, law of exponents product property. The rule is when you multiply like bases, what do you do with the exponents? You add them. So for here, you would get a to the m plus n. Here, you would get x to the 10th, because remember, you just add those together. So for example 1, you would multiply 4 times 6. And you get 24. And then you're going to multiply your r's together. Now you only add the exponents of the like bases. Remember, that's what we learned. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 6 is 10. Boom, you're done. For example 2, you're going to do 9 times negative 2, and you get negative 18. X squared times x cubed gives us x to the 5th. Y times y gives us y squared. And there's nothing to combine that z with, so we bring it down. If at any point you need to pause the video, pause it. All right. Now, that's how you do a monomial times a monomial. It's the law of exponents product property. We've done this. Let's look at what happens, though, if we do a monomial times a polynomial, which is our next flap. And that's what we're going to be practicing today. So after we do this foldable, you're actually going to combine what we did yesterday, where we add and subtract polynomials, with our multiplying. It's going to be super fun. All right, so how do we get rid of parentheses? We distribute. We're going to do 3m times 5m squared. Well, what's 3 times 5? 15. N times m is in Mary, m times m squared is m cubed. 3 times 3 is 6, m times m is m squared. You cannot combine these because they are not like terms. Why are they not like terms? Because this has a 3 and this has a 2. You can only combine them if they have the same base, the m, and the same exponent. So if this was a 3, then you could combine it. If this was a 2, then you could combine it, but otherwise you can't. All right, example 4. You're going to distribute 7g to the g squared, and you get 7g cubed. You're going to do 7g to the 5g. That's going to give you 35g squared. And then you still multiply 7g times the negative 3, because if you start with 3 terms here, you need to end with 3 terms here. So 7g times negative 3 gives me negative 21g. Now, can I combine any of those? No. Because none of them have the same exponent. All right, example 5. This one is a little different, not that much. You still distribute, but you have to multiply the a times the a and the b times the b, which we can do. Negative 5 times 3 gives us negative 15. Then we're going to multiply our a squared times our a to the 4th, which gives us a to the 6th. B times b cubed gives us b to the 4th. Now remember, when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. So we did negative 5 times 3, and then a squared times a to the 4th. And b times b cubed. Now let's multiply our negative 5a squared b times 6a squared b cubed. Negative 5 times 6 gives us negative 30. A squared times a squared gives us a to the 4th. B times b cubed gives us b to the 4th. Now, can we combine these together? No, because this is one term, okay? And the exponent on this is 6. This is one term. The exponent on this is 4. Can't combine them. All right, example 6. We're going to multiply it to all 3 terms. If you start with 3, you need to end with 3. So we're going to do negative 5y cubed times y squared. And that's going to give us negative 5y to the 5th. Then you're going to do negative 5y cubed times 6y. That gives us negative 30y to the 4th. Negative 5y cubed times negative 8. Negative 5 times negative 8 is positive 40, and you just bring down your y cubed. Now, why do I need to bring down my y cubed? Because it's still a part of this term. So you're multiplying this term times negative 8. Can we combine any of these? No, because this is a 5, 4, and 3. Now, what is my degree of this polynomial? It's 5. What is my leading coefficient? Negative 5. And what kind of polynomial is this one right here? A trinomial. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you we're skipping binomial times binomial for now, because we're going to come back to that on Thursday. Today and tomorrow, well, maybe tomorrow, depending on how well y'all did today. But we are going to practice multiplying a monomial times any polynomial and adding and subtracting. So we're combining the 2 things that we've learned so far this week into one. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to write down some problems that are just this, and then the second part I'm going to add some adding and subtracting in there. Now, what must you watch for when you add and subtract polynomials? You need to watch for your signs. So what I want you to do is I want you to turn to the next page, 57B. And at the top of your paper, I want you to write part 1. Multiplying. Polynomials. Sorry, I thought the intercom was coming on. All right, A. Bring my notes over here so I can see which ones I want you to do. All right. That's a 9. And uno más. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. C squared D cubed times Alright, so that's part 1. And then part 2 is where we're going to combine our multiplying with adding and subtracting. And I'm going to write down 5 of them, and I'm going to do one with you, and then you're going to do the other 4 without me, just like you have up here. Because I know that at least one person is going to say, I don't know how to do this. Alright, so this one is the one we're going to do together. Now, what you have to do first is you have to get rid of your parentheses. And how do you get rid of parentheses? You distribute. So you do 2p times negative 4p squared. And you get negative 8p cubed. 2p times 5p gives us plus 10p squared. Now we're going to do the same thing over here, except we have a negative 5 that we have to distribute. So watch your signs. Negative 5 times 2p squared gives us negative 10p squared. Negative 5 times 20 gives us negative 100. Now what would we do from here? We would combine like terms. We have nothing to combine this negative 8p cubed with, so we bring it down. 10p squared minus 10p squared cancels. Minus 100. Dun, dun, dun. Again, if you need to pause the video, get up and pause it. Alright, I'm going to write down 4 more problems for you to do. And then I'm going to put an assignment on Google Classroom for you to take a picture of your notes and turn it in via that. You must turn it in to me by the end of the day today. Well, I'll give you till like 7 o'clock tonight. But that's how we're going to grade it. We're going to grade it based on what you turn in on Google Classroom. And remember, you're going to have 4 of each type. 4 on part 1, 4 on part 2. So that's 8 total problems. And I will also take a picture of this page and put it on Google Classroom under the assignment tab so that you have a copy of it in case you want to just look at it from there instead of the video. All right, I'll see you soon. Have a good day. In case I don't make it back before the end of the class period. Make good choices, be good people, do good things.